In this video, I am going to show Goldsmith exactly the anatomy of one of the split tests that we are about to run for a customer right now for a Goldsmith. Now, I'm going to show you first, we're going to read through the hook, the headline, copy, and basically just explain around exactly what is what, just for Goldsmiths so that they can basically understand language behind paid advertising on Facebook, right? So, very simple. What we did for this ad is run this hook. So, what if finding your perfect wedding ring was simple? Now, we also have the split test on simple instead, so easy instead of simple. On this one, we just had simple, right? So, but this is the hook. So, everything inside this pocket, right? That's the hook. So, there we go. That is the hook. And then all of this, all of this is the copy. So, this is the copy. The copy is just there to basically give more information to the prospect, to the lead, to the person who's going to enter the lead, to the stranger on Facebook, right? So there's the hook. This is the copy, right? Now we can move on to basically the creative, which is the big baddie on the when it comes to interruption-based ads, right? So I cannot show you exactly the ad that we are testing because it's for a client, right? But I can, like, to be honest with you, this is a basically copy and paste ad. It's super, super similar. It has every component of the photo that I'm showing you. It's just that I blocked the real one, right? With this one that you're seeing, right? But this is the creative. So the photo or video that you run on Facebook or Instagram ads or whatever platform you're using is called creative, right? So this is the creative, this whole thing. Okay. So this is the creative. Then we have the headline that goes there, which is always the basically very clear, bold letters. Now, by the way, we put in this split test, we put the offer, right? But what you could do is also just say, save your spot, right? And then we put the book now, which is the call to action. Now, this call to action just is in Swedish, but I just paste a book on now, basically photo on here, so that you guys who don't speak Swedish can understand what we are actually doing. So the book now is in Swedish, but basically that's the call to action. That's the CTA. So CTA, the call to action is just there for them to take the next step, so that they click this button and then we give them basically a contact form so that they can put their name, last name, email, and phone number, right? Just to talk about the creative, I've talked about this many times, but again, doesn't hurt. So this is the geographic location. This is target market or gender, right? And then here's the offer. So those are the three components of the creative. Now, the reason we put the geography of the reason why we put geography is that always, for example, if you live in Stockholm and you see Stockholm City, you will stop, right? Because, for example, in news, this is one of the best things that we can see from news is that whenever the news is local, obviously we have more locals tuning in, obviously, right? It makes sense. So when you want to catch attention, especially we are local Goldsmith shop, so we can use that, right? We can use that we are local to advertise and get more leads, right? This is the way we do it. So this is the geographic location, target market, and we inserted the offer here. The offer is for a dream wedding ring consultation, which is a 40-minute consultation. And that's basically the split test that we're running. So we split test the hook, right? This is what we split test. Then we split test the creative, and then we split test the headline. That's it. We don't split test this. This is nothing we split test. We never split test the copy. It's just the headline, the hook. We never split test the CTA, and we split test the creative a lot. So creative is number one thing that we split test on Facebook and Instagram ads. So what does split test mean? We make exactly everything the same, but the creative. So this photo. So this photo we have like 10 different campaigns or basically ad sets, right? And then what we do is we have everything exactly the same, zero things change except the photo. And then there is what we see, which ad performed better. right? And then we just take the winners, cancel out all the losers, and duplicate the winners, duplicate the winners, duplicate the winners. That's all we do.